Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. How you guys doing? It's Saturday afternoon where I am, having a nice Saturday, so I hope you guys are too. And as you guys can see by the intro, we are going to be talking about the SKX, and particularly we're going to be talking about this model here, this being the SKX011J. And this is what I feel to be one of the most, overlooked variants. And kind of underrated as far as I'm concerned. Of course, we've got the SKX007 here, and this is a bit of a fib because this isn't actually an SKX variant. This is my older 7548 model from 1983. I've had this ever since I was a little kid, so I've really actually never sought out a 009 just because I've had that watch and it kind of fills that niche. But this is a I guess they'd call it a JDM product, but basically the J models are sold in Eastern Europe and Saudi Arabia, the UAE and stuff like that. And that's why when you guys go through the date, if you look at the date wheel, it's actually got the Saturday in blue, which I'm sure has some significance. Forgive me, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but and the alternate date, instead of being in Spanish with I think the K model of the 007, this is actually in Arabic, which is really cool. So just kind of really what I want to show you guys that's different on this watch that I really love about it is obviously we have the gold color in the bezel here in the numbers, and we also have the gold on the hour, and I'm sorry, on the minute and the hour hands. You also have the faux gilding, I call it. I'm not really sure exactly what it's called. So this watch, it's exactly the same dimensionally as a standard SKX variant, being that it's a 42 millimeter case, 22 millimeter lug, and I think it's just under 13, like I want to say it's 12.7 millimeters is the thickness. So this version I have here is a 2008 model. So this has the 7S26B movement in it. And so it's not the latest version, but a later version of the 7S26 movement in it, which is a 21,600 vibration per hour movement. So one of the really, really cool things I like about this watch is if you guys check out the indices and the black outline on the indices here. If you guys look at a standard, I'm going to bring the other SKX here up. If you guys look at the difference, and it kind of makes the indices on the 011J. They almost look a little more petite, and it just brings something different to the SKX line. Now, a lot of people, and you don't need to comment below. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like this gold color on the hands. They don't like any of the gold really for some reason, and I really think it's what makes this model special. And they've actually, if you guys look, I'm not sure which variation of the turtle, but they're now making the turtle, one of the newer turtles with the silver, the black face, but it's got the gild hands and the faux gilding on the bezel, and I really think that's neat. So and what usually happens with this watch, it's very popular in the modding community. Now, I'm not into modding the 007. I think the watch is really just absolutely beautiful the way it is. Now, I'm not saying people shouldn't do that. We've all got our taste, and I think that you should do what you want, especially with a watch at this price point. It tends to lend itself beautifully to modification. But usually what people will do, they'll remove the bezel insert here, put your standard silver insert in here, sometimes replacing the hands. And another big one is actually removing the what do we call this? The index dial there. The chapter ring. I'm sorry, the chapter ring, and replacing that with the black chapter ring. And I mean, I've seen some really pretty variations of it. They turn out pretty nice. But for me personally, I think the way this watch was designed by Seiko is exactly the way it should be. And I really don't think it needs anything done differently. This is a later model, so it does have the 120 click bezel. You guys can hear that there. And it works really, really wonderfully. Works perfect. And you know, the loom on this is your typical loom. To be honest, you know, I may include a loom shot just because the indices are slightly smaller, so it's going to give you guys more of an indication of what that is. So at the end of the video, at the very, very end, there'll be a loom shot attached, okay? So this version comes on the standard black rubber strap from Seiko, you know, and it's the V. I don't know what they're exactly called. I should have noted the model number of the band. I'm sorry about that. But it's the standard V, you know, flexible rubber strap, nothing fancy there. Of course, because of the colors in this watch, it totally lends itself to dressing it up, dressing it down. You know, obviously I've got it pretty dressed up here. This is a shark straps, and it's a discontinued model. So they don't have this on their website anymore, but I picked it up because I just thought it went great with this watch. I was born in 1970, guys, so I'm not a young spring chicken, and I remember as a kid watching, you know, when we got a color TV, watching the Golf. My dad was into racing, and the Golf GULF mobile cars. This was a real popular color scheme, this blue and this orange. And so, you know, I call this kind of my Golf mobile racing orange boy. That's the nickname, you know, and forgive me because I'm not exactly sure where I've read that, but I've seen it numerous times that this referred to as the orange boy, the model of the SKX. So if you guys are SKX collectors, if you like SKX, I would strongly suggest picking up this variation of the watch and adding it to your collection. It's my understanding that this has been discontinued. I'm not exactly sure when, but you know, I know that since I bought it, I've seen the price going up on these slightly, probably because people are recognizing, hey, they're not making it anymore. They're getting scarcer and scarcer. So, but being that it wasn't the most popular model, there's a whole lot of them out there to go find right now. There's not a scarcity of these. I've done some searches, and you can definitely find them out there, no problem. So, you know, again, if you are a SKX collector, I think it'd be wise to add an SKX011J to your collection. Again, there's not a domestic, a K model of this available. They were discontinued quite a number of years back. You know, just something to add, guys, something to add to the collection, and they're still reasonably priced. So thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and set that back there for a final shot. Get the three Seikos sitting there together. Isn't that beautiful? Got my new American Rifleman came in the mail today, so I'll have some good reading tonight with a nice cold brewski. So hey, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like this video. Please give me a little thumbs up down below, and if you could, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. You just get to enjoy my company every once in a while. I'm probably get sick of listening to me at some point. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See ya.